Hey everybody, what's going on? Crobat for the win here today, bringing you guys GBA Week 3 versus Kyle, aka Deathstroke, on YouTube. He's the coach of the Chicago Granbulls. Be sure to go check his link in the description. Go click it. He's pretty cool. So, yeah. This is Week 3, as I said. We lost last week, so we're going to hopefully get out for a victory today to regain some lost ground. Let's get into the threats. His first major threat over here is definitely Latios. Latios hits really hard on the special side, and it's really fast. This week, for that reason, I'm running more specially defensive Pokemon, and I'm loading up on Assault Vests. His next major threat is definitely Politoed. Politoed sets up the rain, which is really annoying. And with the rain up, it hits really hard with a Hydro Pump, especially if he carries a choice Specs or something. I'm leaning towards he'll probably carry a Damp Rock, but if he does carry Specs, that'll hit really hard. Last but not least, Volcarona. This thing can set up quiver dances in my face. I don't like that. That's also part of the reason why I just put more special bulk on this team and Hidden Power Rock. Why don't we jump into this? Let's go. Alrighty, let's jump right into this. This game is beginning. Kyle is issuing a challenge. Actually it says Brett, but we know it's Kyle. He leads with Donphan. I lead off with E to the X, which is Empoleon, because it just looks like E to the X. I don't know. I go for the Scald. That's going to get a burn, which is awesome, because that Earthquake is not going to do that much anymore. It does 40%. I could have maybe set up Stealth Rocks. He might have set up Stealth Rocks, but I figured even if he switched, it wouldn't have mattered. Go for the safe Scald. Could have got a burn on anything. This worked out great for a first turn. A little bit of hacks going my way. That is really nice. I'm going to go for the Scald again. I know there was a chance I could have gone for Stealth Rocks, but I didn't want him to set up Stealth Rocks if I set them up or something. I know I have Defog, but that removes it on both sides of the field, so I just figured go for the safe Scald. He goes into his Politoed, and I think that layout right there, that blue and pink one, looks like bubblegum, but I don't know, that's just me. He goes for a Focus Blast. I should live that right. Nope, wrong. He gets a crit. Then I think that makes up for the burn, because had I not got the burn, it would have that would have been able to KO. So the Earthquake would have done more and he would have KO'd. Oh well, we live and learn. Things happen. I go into Raikou because Raikou's awesome. It's the derivative of Sign apparently. It's running Assault Vest, so that's cool. I get a Thunderbolt off, it almost KOs, and now I just go for the Volt Switch, and Raikou nets a KO. So it's 5-4 right now. This is it's a pretty fast-paced game. Things have died in the first 4 turns, or whatever it's been so far. I'm going to go into Asymptotos, which is foreign language for asymptote. Clearly the last asymptote, the one from the last match, didn't work out too well, so I tried another language, and we'll see what happens. He goes into Latios. I know from full health I can live a Psyshock or a Psychic, so I stay in. I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder. If it hits, that thing is crippled the rest of the game. I don't have to worry about it. So Mega Venusaur that's fine. I don't care that it took all that damage. It doesn't matter, because it hit the Sleep Powder, and now that Latios can't do anything. I'm going to go for the Knockoff that does a ton of damage, which is just awesome. I'm going to switch out in case he wakes up. I just don't even want to take the chance. I'm going to go into Gardevoir, because Gardevoir can take anything that Latios wants to go for. And it also, of course, is super effective with the Moonblast. He's just going to stay asleep and switch out. I go for the safe play, the Moonblast. He goes into Rotom. Yeah, maybe I could have predicted that and went for another move, as you will see later. But the Moonblast is going to do a solid amount. I'm not sure if that's specially defensive, but I get the special attack drop. That's pretty crucial, I think. Or it could be pretty crucial. We shall see, we shall see. We go for another Moonblast, get another special attack drop, but he has Pain Split. I guess in a way it's not so bad because Gardevoir's HP is pretty pitiful. But, things happen, I guess. I'll live with it. I'm still in green health. We're doing okay here. I'm going to switch out. I know that things that have health, I know I have ways of getting rid of it. I'm going to go into Raikou because I know with the Assault Vest, that thing is effectively -3 in special attack because I've got +1 with Assault Vest. Volt Switch does 7 damage. 7 damage. Raikou is just running a train through his team right now. Volcarona's here. I'm not scared in the slightest. Hidden Power Rock. Go! That's almost a KO. The only reason why that didn't KO is because it's a 60 base power move now. If it was 70, that thing was gone. Brilliant. I don't like to say I do great things because I'm usually pretty humble, but putting Hidden Power Rock on that was just best decision I made for this match. I would not have... I don't know if I would have got out of this with it alive. Let's just say that. I'm going to fodder off Mega Venusaur. It did a pretty good job just getting that Latios to sleep and knocking it off. So, I'm fine getting rid of it. That Volcarona just dies to Life Orb. Even if it didn't die to Life Orb, I would have just went into Weavile and went for the Ice Shard. He goes into Rotom as I go into Gardevoir. Gonna Trace Levitate. Now watch and learn. Energy Ball KOs Rotom. That's a dead Rotom. People said I wouldn't be able to take out Rotom in the GBA Week 2 conference or whatever on Magnitude, Steve's channel. I did. Just to let you guys know, for anyone who watched that, who knows what I'm talking about, I did take it out pretty easily. I'm going to go into Weavile now as we get back into the actual match, because I know I can take Latios on really easily. I'm going to go for the knockoff. I know I outspeed. I figure in case he decides to switch out. And he did right there, so that worked out fine. It knocks off that thing's Lumberry. It does a lot of damage, which means I can just go for the Brick Break. I know I can take an Aqua Jet, and I took it very well. I'm going to get some Life Orb recoil, but that's fine. His last Pokemon is that Latios, which I can easily destroy with an Ice Punch, an Ice Shard, a knockoff, anything. I just go for the Ice Shard for, I don't even know, in case magically the game hacked in a Scarf after I knocked off his item. I don't know. So I'm going to end up winning GBA Week 3. Good game, Kyle. You know, it was a pretty good game. I was scared for Fire type, though, the Ninetales, but you brought Rain, so I guess that worked out better. Alrighty, so the Nidokings are now back to where they were basically last week. We're 2-1 at +3. So we're hoping to continue this trend into next week. Next week we are playing the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox had some difficulties in Week 2. I don't know how they do in Week 3 because I don't have the results yet. But I guess you'll have to go watch that match and go check it out. I just know that it was one misplay in Week 2, and they could have won that. They have a very threatening roster, so we're going to have to try to... I think next week is going to line outsmarting Nick a little bit, or the Boston Red Sox a little bit, because he definitely has a better roster than I have. He has so many uber powerful threats. Okay, they're not uber, but they're really, really strong and powerful, versatile. So I've got to do a lot of game planning for next week. Alrighty, so that's just about it for today, Brobats. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe if you like this video, because the layout is definitely back. And peace out.